Today is Monday. It is December the 13th, and it's my joy to come to you with two devotionals today. This is the first video that is going to focus on Ecclesiastes chapter 9, and it gives us what I'm going to sum up in these words: one path to joy. Now, Ecclesiastes 9, like all of Ecclesiastes, is written from a human earthly vantage. In verses 1 through 3, Solomon observes that good men and women, evil men, also come to the same fate. Solomon wrote, "All things come alike to all. There is one event to the righteous and to the wicked. What one thing, then we ask, do good and evil men come to?" And the answer is death. Now, verses 4 through 6, employing somewhat of a humorous illustration, at least from our vantage in the 21st century. Solomon makes a statement of the obvious, and he says it's better to be living than dead. There's one proverb, and I invite you to notice it in your Bible, Ecclesiastes 9 and verse 4. And it is a proverb of truth that is stated this way: a living dog is better than a dead lion. Living dog is better than a dead lion. Now, what in the world is Solomon talking about? Well, he's coming from two different spectrums. The lion, considered perhaps a type of the king. The dog, on the other hand, looked upon by Hebrew society with disgust. Now, I know that in our day, we pamper our dogs as though they're human, but in Solomon's day, they were looked upon as varmints. And so Solomon wisely then uses this illustration of the living dog and the dead lion to draw a comparison to help us to value the life that God has given us. In other words, Solomon in a sense is saying, hey, I'd rather be a living dog than I would be a dead king or a dead lion. Now, I invite you in verses 7 through 10 of Ecclesiastes 9 to consider four suggestions that contribute to joy. The first suggestion is found in verse 7. Seize the day and be happy. Live life. Enjoy the life that God has given you today. And remember that God accepts your work. When your work is judged acceptable, that is righteous in His sight. Now, the second challenge, the first being seize the day and be happy. The second challenge is set your heart to be joyful. You know, there's some people that go through life and they look at life through the darkness of glasses that never seems to have anything good to say nor anything good to do. Well, Solomon here gives a challenge to set your heart to be joyful. And he uses a reference to the priesthood and to kings. Now, we're going to use the priests. The priests wore unstained white garments. And those garments represented walking in righteousness. Well, like the priests in Solomon's day, the challenge for us is to do the same, to walk in righteousness. Number 3, verse 9, make your marriage a priority. And I quote, live joyfully with the wife whom thou lovest all the days of the life. Now, why is that? Well, because a happy marriage is the foundation of one's companionship, friendship, pleasure, and joy. An unhappy marriage filters that negative spirit throughout every area of your life. So make marriage a priority. And then verse 10, make the most of your labor. We read in verse 10, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. Well, obviously the challenge here is to do that which is right, to do that which is righteous in the sight of God. And so whether in the workplace, the home, or any area of life, give your best. Paul challenged the believers in Colossians chapter 3 and verse 23, whatsoever you do, do it heartily as to the Lord and not unto men. 4 challenges, 4 suggestions that make for joy. Seize the day, be happy. Take every opportunity today to do the right thing. And then number 2, set your heart to be joyful. Number 3, understand your marriage is the foundation of your life. Make that marriage a priority. And then number 4, make the most of your labor. Go to work today. Don't be like the rest of the world. Work hard. Be a testimony of one who labors for the glory of God. What a wonderful challenge that is. This is the first of 2 videos. I'll come back with the second video over Ecclesiastes chapter 10. God bless and bye-bye.